I refused to give up my plane seat for a child. Everyone hated me. So, I was flying home after a brutal work trip. 3 cities in 4 days, barely any sleep. I was completely exhausted and had splurged on a window seat in the front half of the plane. I'm not rich, but I'm tall, and my back's been killing me lately, so I paid extra for that seat. It wasn't business class or anything, just a few rows up, extra legroom near the front. Boarding starts, I get to my seat, put on my noise-canceling headphones, and finally feel like I can breathe. Then I see this woman coming down the aisle, flustered, holding a baby, with a little boy trailing behind her. Maybe 6 years old. She stops next to me and says, "Hi, I think you're in my seat, 14A." I check my ticket. "No, I have 14A." She double checks and then goes, "Oh, my son's seat is actually back in 28C. Would you mind switching with him so I can sit with both of my kids?" And I just kind of blink at her. 28C is a middle seat, near the bathroom, at the back. And I paid extra for this one. I say, as politely as I can, "I'm sorry, I really need this seat. I paid for it specifically." She gives me a look like I just kicked her dog, then says loudly enough for the rows around us to hear, "Seriously? You're not willing to let a child sit with his mother?" Now people are staring. The guy across the aisle scoffs. Someone behind me mutters, "Unbelievable." But I didn't move. I said, "You had the option to book seats together, so this isn't my fault. I'm not switching." She huffs, calls the flight attendant who checks our tickets and just goes, "Ma'am, she's in the correct seat," then asks her to move along so we can take off. The rest of the flight? Awkward. The mom kept glancing at me like I was Satan. The little boy actually seemed fine. Headphones on, playing a game. But people kept giving me side eyes. I even heard one woman say, "I hope she never has kids." I didn't say a word, just stared out the window and waited for it to be over. But now I'm wondering, was I wrong? Should I have just sucked it up and moved to the cramped seat for a kid who honestly didn't seem to care? Or was it completely unfair to expect me to pay the price for her poor planning? Because I'm starting to feel like in situations like this, being polite turns into being walked all over. What would you have done?